Alright, I didn't want to have to make this video, but right now it's kind of urgent. I gotta make this video. Look, World War III memes is not funny. It's funny sometimes, but y'all be in the comment section, y'all be tripping, bro. Cause y'all be talking about, if I die, can y'all get my TikTok, and can y'all be added to my life insurance? Like, no. Like, why y'all think my life is funny? This is real. I live here. I got 7 more months to be here. Alright, only been for 4 months. And y'all treat this like it's super funny or something. Like, I can die at any moment right now. At any moment. And y'all making jokes and shit. Like, this shit is not funny. I understand y'all at home watching TV and shit. Y'all chilling, going to the beach or whatever. But at the end of the day, we doing this for America. And we doing this for y'all. We here in Iraq for y'all at the end of the day. So, y'all just need to be more mindful, bro. I'm a soldier, alright? So, y'all just gotta be more mindful, man.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Keepers of sheep. Brother Kashai. Back with another lesson. Lord's will. This video is edifying. All right. Before we begin, I'd like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High. Yahweh Bahashem. Yahweh Shah Bahashem. Rekaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. And shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. And today's lesson will be titled, Jake Doesn't Find It Funny No More. All right. LOL. And as you can see, today's lesson is inspired by the clip played at the beginning of the video. All right. And I believe I got this from Instagram. I think a brother posted it earlier today. And I said, okay, when I get off work, Lord willing, I'll do a lesson on it. And I just found it interesting that, all of a sudden, Jake wants to be serious. All right, because, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, specifically so-called Negroes, y'all find everything funny. All right, all the jokes, all right, and trends and TikToks and things about World War III. But now, Jake is seeing that this is a real war. All right, people are really losing their lives. All right, people are really not coming back home. All right, Jake is realizing that, that this is it. That America has failed you. Okay, because a lot of these people, they join the military not thinking that they will actually have to go to war. Most people sign up for school, health care, whatever, housing, things of that nature. Most people don't really sign up for war. So this is a surprise, right? This is unexpected. All right, so this has led to, many people regretting, right, going to the military. And I've seen posts earlier over the weekend where you have military men failing the drug tests on purpose, not to go to Iran. They're denying going. They're saying that they don't want to go. They rather go to jail than go. All right, so reality has set in, and a lot of these American men, they're not ready for war. Okay, they're not ready for a real war. All right, they're used to the Call of Duty games, the Black Ops, the GTAs. All right, they're used to playing war behind a screen. All right, not actual blood, sweat, tears, bullets. Right. So this, all right, is this is alarming to a lot of people, because people think about the U.S. military and you think, oh, these mighty soldiers. Oh, these are boys. All right, these men haven't been battle tested. These men haven't killed anyone. All right, these men go through what I think is a 3-month basic training. You do push-ups, jumping jacks, trails. All right, they're not, compared to these other countries. These soldiers, so-called soldiers, they're not ready, man. All right. So yeah, and it's funny. It's funny to the prophets. It's funny to the men of the Lord. All right, it's now our turn to laugh. All right, because here it is. You're fighting a war. All right, that has nothing to do with you. You're in the military for your enemy. All right, you're serving your enemy in his military. All right, so just a couple precepts. Back up the point, man. And if I didn't mention, Lord will, this video is edifying. Luke 6:25, and it reads, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." All right, so for so long, the people have what? They have laughed. They have scorned. All right, the prophets. All right, they have scorned the Bible, prophecy. All right, they have mocked and laughed and joked about it, joking about the Hebrew Israelites. You had Drewski do the skit, had over 1 million, some million views. All right, so people have mocked. All right, the messengers and the men of the Lord. But now it's our turn to laugh. All right, because why? America's about to suffer. Okay, not only in Iran, not only in war, but as a nation of people. Okay, the Lord is about to judge his place. Okay, again, Luke 6:25, "Woe unto you that are full, all right, for ye shall hunger." He says, "Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." All right, and we're about to see a lot of people cry. All right, a lot of families cry. Why? Because their children are going off and not coming back. All right. Not only that, inflation is about to go through the roof. Prices of gas, all right, the resources, things are about to go up, man. Okay. Proverbs 1:26, it says, "I will." Salakia. So I started 26. I started 22. It says, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set a naught at all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh." All right, so the Lord is not, he's not throwing a pity party for you niggas, man. For you 2/3 and you other heathen nations. The Lord's not throwing no pity party. The Lord's, he's getting ready to laugh. He's already laughing at you niggas. All right, because you thought it was a game. You took the Lord as a joke. All right. So the Lord is about to take you as a joke. Isaiah 24:11 says, "There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone." All right, so we're coming in a time, man, where people are about to, that partying, being comfortable, the hanging out. All right, we're coming to a time where this is the end of that. This is the end of that. All right, quick precept just came to mind. Ecclesiastes 7:10, it reads, "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou does not inquire wisely concerning this." You're gonna have a lot of people saying, "Man, hey man, I miss the good old days. I miss back in the day when you could go do this and do that, and things were different and people were happy." But the scripture says, "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these?" No, man, this is the best. We haven't even seen the best. We haven't even seen our best days. Okay, concerning you Israelites. All right, Ecclesiastes 3:4. All right, it says a time to weep, all right, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. All right, so the Lord has set up times where there's going to be times where crying is necessary. All right, laughing is necessary, is needed. All right, mourning is necessary. All right, the Lord has, parted the times. All right, according to prophecy, where we had a period where we did mourn. All right, but that mourning is over. We're coming to a time where we're gonna laugh and dance. Okay. Proverbs 14:3. It says, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. Okay, so people are not gonna be able to, deny that they're sad or that they're depressed or that, things are different, man. Because for so long, this country, all right, this nation has lived deliciously, okay? Fast food, fast Wi-Fi, internet, phones, everything was just fast, all right? Everything's at the tip of your fingers. But now everything's about to be taken away from you. And that's a heavy thing, man. To go from this to that in an instant, that's heavy. Okay? Last precept and we'll close out. It says Matthew 24:38. It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered to the ark. All right. But 37 is the point. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. So this is the same time, man. All right. People are going to try to live it up to, to the end. All right. But ultimately, this is the end of living it up. All right. So with that, Lord will, I pray once again that this video was edifying. Until next time, I'll let it close out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakahai Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.